Hey guys, so this is going to be my second paranormal update video. It's going to kind of be like a sequel to the last one because it was so short, and I'm on my webcam right now and it tends to cut off at 6 or 7 minutes, so I'm going to try and make this as quickly as possible. Um, it's going to be about my papa again, and for that reason it's because I failed to tell you a couple of things about him. Um, Before he passed away, so he died when I was 5 years old, and up until that time, me and him were always close. We were very close. And when I was born, he wanted 10 of me, or 10 Sabrinas, and we were always doing stuff together. He was always buying me little toys every time he went to the store. Little Hershey's white chocolate, the cookies and cream one to be exact. And he would always be pushing me on my swing set, which I still have in the backyard. It's not the original swing set, but I still have a swing set back there. And he would always pull me around in a wheelbarrow or a box, and we were always playing together. So, like I said in my last video, when he died, I only cried once, and that was the night that he passed. But after that, I always felt that he was always with me. So I never really felt sad about his death. I just felt like he was still there, like he never left. And when I was about, up until I was about, okay, let me rephrase that. When I was about 7 years old, me and my mom moved in here because my parents had split up. So I've been here in this house since I was 7 years old, and I'm 21 now, so do the math. I've been here for a very long time. Excuse me. And the way that my house is set up, you go into the front door, and it's kind of like a little corridor, and to your right is the living room, and then you got to pass through the living room to get to the kitchen, and then to your left is the hallway where all the bedrooms are. It's a 3-bedroom house. So when I was 7 years old and we were living here already, I would be sitting in the living room on the floor in front of the TV watching cartoons, and I would be sitting in the middle of the living room to where I could see the hallway if I looked to my right. So this would happen all the time. Whenever I'd be sitting there watching TV, I would see at the corner of my eye, at the end of the hallway, at the very end of the hallway, I would see a fuzzy, either gray, sometimes brown, or even white figure. It was like an oval shaped figure of a person. There wasn't like an outline or anything. It was just like an oval shaped fuzzy figure. And I would look and it wouldn't be there, and I'd turn back at the TV and then it would appear again. So that kind of drove me nuts for years. And I was never scared, but I just kind of figured it was my papa because I don't know, I just felt that way. And they say that kids are more psychic when they're younger anyway, so I just knew that it was him. And I didn't know until later on, but my grandma would see the exact same thing, only she would see white with kind of sparkly effect, like kind of like a glittery effect. I remember one time she told me that she was in the kitchen making dinner or whatever she was doing, and we have a dining table, little, like, it's kind of like a bar that connects to the stove and the counter and everything where you cook at, and then we have a dining table like behind it, and she's cooking or whatever, and she said that she saw a white sparkly figure sitting at the table in a chair. And then one time she was sitting at the dining table and looking into the living room. She just kept staring, and my mom was like, "Mom, what are you staring at?" And it took her a couple times to finally wake up and realize what my mom was asking her. And she said, "Oh, I saw like a white sparkly figure walk across the hallway, or across the living room, sorry." So she was saying the exact same thing I was, and there would be times where she'd be sitting on the couch, and where the couch is in my house, it's against the wall that divides the living room to the kitchen. And so if you come out of the kitchen into the living room and you turn to your right, my grandma will be sitting right there on the couch. So she'd be sitting there doing her bills or whatever, and she would see at the corner of her eye like a figure that the same thing I would see, and she would look and it wouldn't be there. And this happened all the time, and she knew it was my papa as well. And so finally one day I drove her nuts to where she yelled. His name was Manuel, by the way, but she called him Man. And she'd be like, "Man, if you're gonna bother me or if you're gonna talk to me, then talk to me, or else leave me alone." And she never saw anything since, and she doesn't experience anything. Um, Neither does my mom. She does a little bit, but not as much as I do. So those are my few little short stories about my papa, and the next one will be more about my papa as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and thumbs down if you didn't like it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys again Tuesday. Thank you. Bye.